The United States has just announced that it attacked the Strait of Hormuz. CENTCOM put out the following statement moments ago. CENTCOM forces say they shot down 4 Iranian one-way attack drones that were launched toward the Strait of Hormuz. The attack drones posed an immediate threat, CENTCOM says, to regional maritime traffic. U.S. forces subsequently struck Iranian coastal surveillance radar sites in Garuk and on Qasem Island to defend against further attacks. CENTCOM is saying these are defensive attacks by the United States. It goes on to say American forces remain vigilant and postured to respond to unjustified Iranian aggression in self-defense. CNN also now reporting Iran launches drones toward Strait of Hormuz and U.S. forces take out some. U.S. officials say, so this is what U.S. officials are putting out right now, saying they attacked Qasem Island, they attacked Garuk, they attacked radar sites in the Strait of Hormuz, and they said there were numerous explosions that people could hear. You should also recall the New York Times reported last week, as DropSite also explains, that U.S. forces had been coordinating the transit of roughly a bunch of commercial ships through the Strait of Hormuz over 70 in a 3-week period, an operation that Iran views as a direct challenge to its authority. Iran has not yet publicly responded to these latest U.S. claims, but this exchange reflects the ongoing contest for control over the Strait of Hormuz. And this also comes at a time where the United States leaked to Barack Ravid of Axios once again that Trump's envoys Witkoff and Kushner were at the National Lab in Oak Ridge, Tennessee in the past 24 hours for consultation with a new team of experts ahead of potential nuclear negotiations with Iran. Not quite sure how those negotiations will go if there's no real ceasefire to begin with. A U.S. official's telling Barack Ravid, remember, he's their source. He's basically their stenographer who they leak all their stuff to. So take it with a grain of that this is what's coming out from CENTCOM, and we'll wait to hear what Iran has to say. This meeting in Oak Ridge doesn't mean that a deal is going to happen, but is a sign that the negotiations are in a very serious phase and that there is a good chance to get it done, and we want to be prepared, a U.S. official says. Now, we're just getting word from Iran state media Mehr. They're denying these reports from CENTCOM. Let's take a look. This just coming in right now through the wire over there. The sound of an explosion heard in Karg Island is not true on Friday night into Saturday morning, Mehr says. Reporters' account of what is happening around the Strait of Hormuz. Early Saturday, some social media activists claimed clashes and attacks in the city of Bandar Abbas, but investigations by Mehr, that's one of Iran's media entities, Mehr reporters show that no clashes have occurred in the city. Also, according to some unconfirmed reports, a drone was targeted in the Strait of Hormuz area and near the Hormozgan province. Mehr reporters' follow-ups indicate that shots were fired in this area as a warning, with the center of activity being at sea and beyond the Larak Island. American warships have also moved in the area, and the shots fired may be related to this. Iran's version of events is that America is sending its warships near the Strait of Hormuz. Iran was firing warning shots at the American ships. The American story is that Iran was sending drones to attack ships that the U.S. was trying to stealthily remove from the Strait of Hormuz. And then CENTCOM says they shot the drones and then shot a radar and other military facility belonging to Iran. That's the latest right there. Donald Trump, speaking to Meet the Press, just issued, this was just released moments ago as well. Trump says, we have now totally destroyed the military of Iran. They have 21% to 22% of their missiles left. That's a lot of missiles that they have left. Okay, so you've destroyed their military, but they have about a quarter of their missiles left. And you know that Donald Trump, he lies about numbers always. So if he's saying 25%, it probably means they have 110% of their missiles. But here's what was just posted moments ago. Let's play it.
Look, we have totally destroyed their military. They have some missiles left. They have some drones left.
Do you know how many missiles?
They have burned, yes, exactly.
How many?
I don't want to tell you.
Can you give me a ballpark?
But they have some left. No, but I know almost to the number. And we know where they are too. And we know where their drones are. And we know where their drone factories are. Most of the drone factories have been knocked out. Most of the launching pads have been knocked out. And most of the missile manufacturing areas have been knocked out. But they still have capacity. They have some missiles. They have some drones. I would say percentage-wise, maybe 21, 22% of their missiles. It's a lot of missiles. But it's not what it was when we first attacked.
So you're saying they have 21, 22% of their missiles left?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Donald Trump then says Iran has not agreed to his deal because Iranian leaders are very strong and proud people. This was just released moments ago as well while all of this is going on. Let's play it.
That Iran is begging to make a deal.
True.
If they are so desperate to make a deal, why haven't they made a deal with you yet?
Because it's a very hard thing for them. They've had great independence. They've dealt with very weak and ineffective leadership on behalf of the United States and other countries, frankly, that allowed them to get away with murder. And I think they can't believe they're in the situation where they've been virtually decapitated.
But if they're so desperate, Mr. President, why haven't they said yes to the terms you're proposing?
Strong, they're proud. There are things they never thought they'd be doing that they're going to have to do. They've got no choice. And it takes a little while. You know, you're talking about 47 years of getting away with whatever they wanted. I mean, this should have been done long ago.
Now, Iran says negotiations have fallen apart completely. They say that unless and until $24 billion is frozen as a test to see if the U.S. will negotiate in good faith, Iran is not having any further conversations until the money is released. Also, Iran says that it will not make any concessions in terms of turning over nuclear material to the United States. We're getting this video as well. Iranian forces firing warning shots at U.S. warships. This is what they're saying that sound is. You can judge for yourself right there. But we did hear from Moshe Razi earlier today, the military advisor, the chief advisor, if you will, to the Supreme Leader Ayatollah Mojtaba Khomeini. And he said that there is no deal between the United States and Iran. They're in a stalemate until the U.S. agrees to unfreeze assets, which Moshe Razi describes as a test to see if Trump is serious. If you're serious, you have to release the funds to show us that you're at least going to negotiate in good faith. And Trump has refused to do that. Let's play it.
Are the negotiations right now blocked, or do you think that a memorandum of understanding can be reached quickly?
In my opinion, the negotiations are at a deadlock, and Trump must break this deadlock.
They are waiting for an answer from Iran.
Iran has openly stated that our assets have been frozen, and you must release them. The Americans are not telling the truth in this regard.
So the frozen assets are the big problem right now.
This is a sign of trust building. If Trump takes the negotiations seriously, $24 billion is not much to America. If he wants to reach an agreement with Iran, this $24 billion is a test of trust that Iran wants to have with Trump. This is a test that America must pass, and the path will be opened. This is our own money, not America's money.
One of the, I think, a good story that came out this week from The Atlantic talked about how what's really terrifying Donald Trump is that he's ultimately going to be forced to do a deal that's far worse than Obama's JCPOA, the Obama non-nuclear deal, which was effective with respect to Iran, that Donald Trump pulled the United States out of. So then Trump doesn't want to release the $24 billion, even though in the swing of things, it's Iranian money anyway. It's sanctioned money that's frozen, but Trump doesn't want to seem worse than Obama because Obama only unfroze $1.4 billion in funds and $24 billion. Trump says, well, I'm going to be mocked and I'm going to be worse than Obama, and I can't have that happen. So I'm going to just destroy the American economy. It's Donald Trump for you. Moshe Razi, again, the key advisor to the Ayatollah, also says Ayatollah does not want to meet with Donald Trump. Let's play this clip.
Military advisor of the Supreme Leader. How is the Supreme Leader doing? Is he fully in control of everything? And President Trump said that he would be honored to meet the supreme leader?
This will not happen. Right now, we are in the first stage of negotiations, and Mr. Trump has brought the negotiations to a standstill. This will not happen.
He also threatens to shut down the Strait of Bab el-Mandeb, the Bab el-Mandeb Strait in the Red Sea. Let's play it.
So the frozen assets are the big problem right now.
This is a sign of trust building. If Trump takes the negotiations seriously, $24 billion is not much to America. If he wants to reach an agreement with Iran, this $24 billion is a test of trust that Iran wants to have with Trump. This is a test that America must pass, and the path will be opened. This is our own money, not America's money.
And then more right here from Moshe Razi saying that Donald Trump is controlled by Israel, and if Trump wants to reach a deal, he's going to have to make a decision independent of Netanyahu. Here's what Moshe Razi, the key advisor to the Ayatollah, had to say to that effect. Let's play it.
Final question. What's your message to Donald Trump?
Mr. Trump must make decisions independently of Israel. He must give what is the rights of the Iranian people and stop the blockade. Release our frozen assets. And this can be a new horizon for the future of Iran and America. Therefore, Trump must put aside his personal interests and think about the interests of the American people. If Trump has the courage, many issues will be resolved in the future.
Okay, well, there you have it. We'll keep you posted every step of the way. This is what we know for now. Hit subscribe. Help us get to 7 million. When we get more updates, we'll be providing it for you right away. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million. New Meidas merch. Head to store.MeidasTouch.com today and get yourself the best pro-democracy gear and show your support. That's store.MeidasTouch.com.